happening? This big cat. We here to talk real quick. Now, before I even get into it, so I seen some of this shit on the Joe Budden podcast. I was gonna leave it alone, but with this latest main pod Saturday episode, I was gonna talk about it. I just found it so fucking hilarious. I know other people gonna have their think pieces about it, but basically, getting to the tail end of the pod, there was joking around about trades and who they will trade and this and that and that and this and all this other stuff, like who will they trade, what will happen, and basically again, like the official 800th episode, I guess. I know like 801, like they really got in their bag, but anyways, one of the episodes, he thanks Rory and he said, you know what, Rory, you did your thing. Now again, him and Ma, Joe and Ma, it is what it is, and it sucks. Like I said, that's the iteration of the podcast I became a fan of and was watching it like just twice a week, if you will, to the point that it has Ish and Ice and Mel and Flip and E and what's the nigga name, Mark and all the other niggas, but still fan of that iteration. But he wasn't giving Ma any kudos or nothing. He was mostly giving Rory kudos or whatever have you. He said he was going to play a sleep of Rory's. So I get, the Wednesday pod. I don't remember the numbers, okay. So anyways, the latest pod, he played, as promised, Rory's sleeper. He did play it. I think he had Leon Thomas on it. By the way, phenomenal album. If you have not heard the Leon Thomas album, great project. But basically, talking about that trade conversation came up, and like, what would you do to get Prime Rory back? Which I feel like it's an insult in between the circles. Hey, Rory's still Rory doing his thing. I do like how Rory gives up topics, and if you go back to some of the old episodes, Rory was cooking with some of the topics, and Rory had jokes. I ain't gonna lie. So, with that being said, he said, hey, if Joe was joking around, and he said, if I could get Prime Rory back, I'm gonna give up E and Flip. Now, Flip just felt away, and he's like, whatever. And as much as I do like Queen's Flip, and he has his own thing, and I respect he has his own thing, he's doing his thing, there is times on the podcast, I don't know if it's his fault or not, he does seem a bit disinterested. And I'm just like, as much as he does provide chaos and stuff like that, there is times I'm just like, alright bro, enough, you doing too much. I'm not gonna lie, I get sick of the antics a little bit from time to time. I'm not gonna lie. So he's only there for the fucking, what's that shit called? Patreon episode, so it is what it is. And he said, hey, if he had to give up Mel or Ish, he would give up Mel. There's no way he's giving up it. Let's keep it a buck. It's Ish. Like, Ish staying. He needs a motherfucker to go back and forth with. Ish is staying. And I do like when they go back and forth, because like, some niggas don't rarely challenge him. It's mostly Ish that challenges that nigga. Parks, never gonna get rid of Parks or Erickson. Let's give it a book. Ice is his mans, and Ice does what he does. He's not gonna get rid of Ice. So yeah, Mel, Flip, E. Mark does his thing. Surprise. And yeah, I thought, like, again, reasonable. But hey, listen, if I was y'all and I gave up Flip, Mel, E, some cash, and a future first round draft pick for Prime Rory, I'm not gonna cap. I'm taking Baby D too. Baby D be giving it up. I'll fucks with Damaris. I ain't gonna lie, I'll fucks with Damaris. I would have took Baby D too. I'm not gonna care. I don't think Mel and Baby D would get, like, they would mesh well. Baby D, see, that's why I liked when it was Julian, Baby D, Rory, and Mo. I felt like, yeah, they had a balance. They had a little balance. Even though there's still balance with just Baby D. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss Julian on the podcast a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. By the way, I'm gonna talk about it all too. They referenced Eden for like the first time without Julian being there. I don't know if Eden got his job back or he's working with them again, because that would be crazy if Eden's back, bro. That would be so, bro's gone now. They're like, oh, hey, bro, gone. All right, Eden, come forward with us again. You know how crazy that would be? But yeah, it was all a joking matter. But this just changes the conversation to a more serious conversation. What do you think? Which podcast is better? And if it was possible for, let's just say, people to move around freely, do you think so? Now, do I think Rory would ever come back to Joe? No. I'd like them to do like a little reunion special here and there. I wouldn't mind. But Do I think Rory and even Amal would come work with Joe again? No. I don't think so. At this point, no. They're doing their thing. Also, again, with Rory and Mal signing to Volume, like, at this point, like, and then remember, because Joe wanted to do, like, a network. Like, you could say what you want about Rory and Mal. You could say, oh, Joe Budden's podcast was more successful than theirs. But again, Joe's shit grew gradually and mostly from moments. We had the views shit. Him on Everyday Struggle kind of brought some... He siphoned some of the views over there to come fuck with his podcast, if you will. Kind of siphoned some of Academics Chat niggas to come fuck with his podcast as well at the time. Come fuck with his podcast as well. What else happened? Yeah, the Migos shit happened. Pusha T when he, the story of Adidon. Yeah, like the niggas had some moments to the point it does have this much fanfare. And Rory and Mal are still doing their thing, honestly. Again, and who knows where with the right guests they could take it. Because honestly, if Aubrey goes sits down with Rory and Mal, they're fucking out of here. Let's keep it a buck. They're out of here. They're out of here. That's something Joe could not do. At least at this point, get Drake to sit down with you niggas. Even though I know Joe would love a Drake interview. Let's keep it a buck. As much as his hating nonsense aside, I'm pretty sure if Drake picked up the phone and like, hey, yo, Budden. Yo, let's sit this shit down, man. Let's have a conversation. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a conversation about this shit. Bring all y'all castmates. We're gonna talk. I'm pretty sure Joe would be up for it. You know what I'm saying? And I know Joe got all the Patreon numbers. He's doing all this shit. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Joe's not successful. But like, let's not scoff at the fact like these niggas are successful. Oh, Rory's making fucking music now. Still got the pot, like, you know, you gotta appreciate it. Now, his shit with Ma, I can't really say because they got some other beef, as well as the whole Julian thing. Because, hey, Imani did say we'll go pick up J1 and Julian off waivers as a joke, but it is what it is. Also pick up Bridget as well, because remember, Bridget and them was on the network. Bro, there's just a lot of shit. So, it's just, what pod did you like? Because, again, I don't hate this iteration of the pod. You can even say there was an iteration of Joe, Ice, and, Ish. That was one iteration before Mel and Flip came on and became this current iteration. But even still, like, imagine if that was possible. You could trade out niggas like, all right, man, Flip, you did your thing. All right, let's liven it up a bit. We're going to trade Flip over there. You go rock out there for like a year and some change. You two go rock out over there. We bring Rory over here and he pods with us. We see how the fuck we doing our shit. And then, hey, after that year, it might be like, hey, we might have to hold bro a couple more months, or it's like, all right, Rory, go back. We get Melon Flip back. We kick it a little bit. All right, yo, Baby D killing over there. All right, we're going to trade such and such. We're going to get Baby D come fuck with us over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it would be a crazy thing. I just find it funny. Is Joe trying to divide and conquer? We all know there's some shit with him and Ma. Like, they don't really fuck with each other or speak, really. So, this is a way. I don't think him and Rory speak, but I think it's probably a better relationship at this moment he has with Rory compared to Maul, I would say. But hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. Hey, sadly, I wish, like, again, like I said, I wish them niggas was cool. I don't hate this iteration of the podcast, but hey, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't in college, like listening to these niggas enjoying the podcast, going on lunch break and all this shit, listening to that iteration, and I did enjoy that iteration. To be fair, as much as y'all niggas be doing your shit, and see, that's my thing, right? As much as y'all be doing all this shit, even though y'all have great episodes with this cast, there is some episodes with Rory and Ma, bro. I'm sorry, still hold up to this day. Hilarious. That views rant, I don't care what none of y'all niggas do on that podcast. Like, no disrespect, I fuck with all of them. I really fuck with Ish. I ain't gonna lie. It's like my favorite. I ain't gonna cap. But that views moment with Rory, Ma, Parks, shit, Savon, Screen Man, you know what I'm saying? Bro, y'all gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, make a 1-2 moment. Now, yeah, y'all got the B-Box episode with Ish and Mel, but like, bro, like, come on now. They gotta be a little bit more moments. But yeah, we'll see. Also, I wonder how, like, I know he keeps joking, like, yo, Flip leaving before Surf comes home, which, again, I don't know how true that is. But when Sue Surf does come, like, I know he's probably gonna still do the battle rap thing. Is he gonna be really part of the podcast, or he's gonna be like Mark Lamont? Like he pops up for like the Wednesday episodes or whatever have you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because I did like him on the podcast. I did like Sue Surf on the podcast. I thought he was dope. But hey, we'll see exactly what happens. What do y'all think? Comment down below. Links in the description. Y'all think this is Joel trying to pull his best Magneto and be on some bullshit? Or do you just think this is a joke that potentially could go too far? What do y'all think? Anyways, I'm gone. I'm done talking my shit. Slimes and peace, y'all, gang. Aye.